Good morning, everyone, from the Western Wall. We're on our way to Dome of the Rock. We're kind of in a hurry. We're trying to get there before there's a line. This is the holiest site in all of Judaism. The Western Wall, the remnants of the Temple of King Herod. All they have left is a wall. And on the top of this wall, the Temple Mount, is the holiest site in Islam.
Jesus entered the temple and drove out all who were selling and buying in the temple, and he overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold doves. He said to them, "It is written, 'My house shall be called a house of prayer,' but you are making it a den of robbers."
I knew Muhammad had ascended to heaven from here, according to Muslim tradition, but I didn't know that was like in there. Supposedly it's a huge rock in the center, and you can see like his footprint.
Now we're on our way to the cave part of the tour, right, Andrew?
Tunnels, yeah. I think they were saying Hezekiah.
Oh, here we go into the water supply. Oh my goodness, Andrew.
I'm scared.
I'm getting a little panicked.
Focus on my backpack. Don't forget anything else.
While we were walking through the cave, I started to panic and I just felt trapped in the front.
Are you talking about the tunnel or
The
our
tunnel.
Marriage?
No, okay, we made it to the end. Oh my phone! Oh my gosh, my phone! I dropped my phone in the water. But it's waterproof.
What's cool now is like we're sitting on the steps to the Pool of Siloam.
Oh, these are?
Yeah, the pool used to be here. Like you can see in the picture, like what it used to be. So. Jesus spit on the ground, made some mud with the saliva, and put it on the man's eyes. "Go," he told him, "wash in the Pool of Siloam." So the man went and washed and came home seeing.
Do you want eight?
Nah.
Kiwi?
Stuff looks better. Yeah.
This church also claims that this was the room for the Last Supper. It's less well known, obviously. There's a lot less people here. It wasn't even open when we came. Someone had to come open the door.
I mean, it looks more authentic. It's the upper room, but the reason it's downstairs is because, they build on top of, they built before, so it's like 12 feet under, so.
Oh, that makes it...
This used to be upstairs. "You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you."
I am sure it took place, if not in that room, in a room much more like that than the one we went to yesterday. So, but I think we have enough time that we can go try to see the Church of St. Anne, where the Pools of Bethesda are.
All right.
We're here.
We're at St. Anne's Church, which is next to the Pools of Bethesda. So.
Wow. They excavated all of this?
Yeah. And
Wow.
not really that long ago either.
When?
The turn of last century, I think.
Now in Jerusalem there is a pool which has 5 porticos. In these lay many invalids, blind, lame, and paralyzed. One man was there who had been ill for 38 years. When Jesus saw him, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up." Jesus said to him, "Stand up, take your mat, and walk." At once the man was made well, and he took up his mat and began to walk.
Yeah, so this is what James Martin brought up in his book was, some sites are really like highly contested and you're not sure. Like we've been to 2 places where the Last Supper took place, and there's a lot of questions about ancient sites and you don't never really know. But this one, he said there's not really any question. There's no other pool with 5 porticos that matches the description, and so it's like Jesus was here. Like the stones that are stacked in these archways, like Jesus saw these stones, and that just really blows my mind.
Wow, that makes this one of the most impressive sites in Jerusalem. The Romans built baths here for healing, So they think that this is where the man was probably healed.
Yeah, another cool thing about this place is that up until the turn of the 20th century, scholars thought that this place was wholly made up, that it was just allegorical, that it represented the 5 books of Moses because of the 5 porticos, and there was no pool that fit that description. But then archaeologists discovered this place only pretty recently.
Just walking out of St. Anne's Church, we were just going to walk out the Pools of Bethesda. I thought, well, I've seen like a ton of churches. But then the priest came out and said, oh, have you seen the church? It wasn't one of those churches where you had to be quiet.
No, they wanted you to sing.
Yeah, he's like, prepare your voices. And at first I thought he meant to be quiet. It was like a beautiful experience to end the trip on.